So I was in the shower tonight, as I am every night, and you know, I was just washing myself, and I started to think about when I was growing up, and I don't know, as a kid my imagination was just, you know, everything was turned into something weird and wonderful. I grew up in a single parent family. My mum worked a lot, so I spent a lot of time just by myself a lot, and you know, that didn't worry me really, because I had so much going on in my head that, you know, I was always surrounded by weird and wonderful creatures and objects floating and all this sort of stuff. And I remember every night when I used to go to bed, I would run into my bedroom and jump in the bed and pretend that it was a space pod, and I would type this little code that I had, and the door would go down and I'd hear this whoosh, like it's sealing, and you know, I'd have to program in the coordinates of where I was going to go, and then I would lay there, next minute I would pretend that my bed would rocket off at 1,000,000 miles an hour into space, and I'd be laying back in this nice cozy space pod looking out at all the stars and seeing other alien creatures flying past and comets and everything. And then I'd, just before I go to bed, I'd have to make sure that I programmed into the computer that you know, it kept a scan and made sure that there was nothing, no enemy ships coming near me or stuff like that, so I'd be safe. And then I'd go to sleep. And this happened for years and years and years, and you know, as a kid that's what you do. And you know, as you get older you sort of grow out of that sort of stuff, and next minute you're an adult. But I don't know about you, but even though I know I'm an adult, I'm 37 years old, I sometimes, I don't feel it. I really don't feel like, okay, yeah, when you turn 18 you become an adult, but I don't feel like a lot of the times that I am an adult. I just, it's weird, don't you reckon? I don't know about you, do you feel that as well? You don't feel like an adult even though, you know, we are adults. But one thing that came into my head while I was in the shower and I was thinking about this was this thought about never stop dreaming and following your imagination. Because even now at 37, sometimes I'll get in the shower, which looks like a pod, a pod cubicle, and I'll imagine that it is a transporter. And you know, I think, oh, this would be a great transporter. It's got really nice lines, it's curved. Oh, this, in the future, if this is travel, this is how I want to travel by. Hello, I'm 37 years old and that's what I'm thinking. So, you know, it just goes to show you, and that's why sometimes I think, oh, I haven't grown up yet. So, but I think that's good, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to imagine the impossible. What is that? Wasn't it from Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland? I think of 6 impossible things before breakfast. I think that's what was said in the book. And don't you reckon? And I really attribute a lot of my creativity to constantly imagining things, to constantly thinking outside of what, as an adult, what we're supposed to think about, and not dismissing any little thing that I think about as a stupid thought, but rather accepting it for what it is and just going, yeah, right, let's have fun with this, let's see what's going to happen. So, you know, just keep imagining, people. Get out there.